Yes, what's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel where I will show you all the necessary features you need to know in pixellab. So, if what you are looking for is to understand and to know how to use your pixellab properly to make a design, then stick around to the end of this video. That is what the video is made for. So, meanwhile, subscribe and like the button. Click the like button as well so that you get fresh updates like this in my next videos. So let's move straight to business. Now this is pixellab. What is pixellab? Pixellab is an application we use basically for Android to design by Android users, let me say phone, to design any kinds of graphic designs. Now when you click in your pixellab, it shouldn't be new to you that this is the way the lab looks like. Alright, now I think you don't, I've actually deleted the text. Let me go back to the beginning of it, clicking the default. Now this is the way it looks like when you open your pixel lab. Exactly how it looks like. The text here is automatic, it's going to display like this, but then I'm going to delete this text to make sure everything I'm going to teach you we start from afresh. Now good. Okay, so all the things you see from here down to this place, like this and also like this, are all necessary things found in pixellab which we make use of to design many kinds of professional designs. And you may not know, and you'll be thinking that all these things can it be done with phone? Yes, they can be done with phone, but you need to understand all that it takes. You need to understand all these things, apply them very correctly to make sure you design make sure you design beautifully, well and professionally. Now let's move on. All right, so like I said, this is the way your pixellab look like once you click on it. Now here is all this place had the background. There are different kinds of background. You can choose this is the one displaying this as well. Let's click on it. New text, okay, you can see display like this. So there are different kind of backgrounds, depends on the one you want to use and the kind of design you are preferring. So you can just choose on it. And also each background actually, as is displaying here, showing different kind of text, the way it is writing. So it may just be like, okay, you feel like using this one, okay, it is your choice. Now look at this one as well. Is it beautiful? Yes. 3D text background is beautiful, but you can actually start all these designs from a scratch, design it, put in a background from a scratch, your choice, and customize everything. So here are different kinds of background. You can see them, you can be seeing them like that. Here are different kinds of background. So that is about that. Now I think, so when you click here, it's going to show you all this here. Now let's go to this A icon, letter A. You see this icon? This icon has to do with text. Yes, it has to do with text. Whenever you want to input text into your pixellab canvas, then you click on this to make sure that you are able to customize your text. Without clicking here, you can't customize your text. Now there are other ways where you can actually click to customize more in your text, but when we get there, I will make sure I explain into details. Now here you click here to add text, to customize your text, but you want to add in text into your pixellab. You click here, you can see new text, it is added. Now there are options where you can customize them. There are different, see, many of the options. Here is the style, here is the edit. You want to edit it and write, you want to delete, you want to copy, and to front, then to back, you want to take it to back and to front. You get, now position it and so on like that. So there are many of the options. Here is 3D shape, and here is a reflection, here is 3D shadow. That is the last one. There are many of the options. Okay, now let's start from the first. This is it, the style. You want to browse a style. There are different kind of styles of writings that are found here. Here you can see this one with the black shadow. When you click on it, you see, let me just increase the size a little bit. Fine. You see this, maybe you don't want that, you can use this. You can see there are different kind of text. There are different kind of text that here. There are different kind of text there. So and if you want to the ones that are been saved, click here. You can just find, okay, as if you want to save the text itself, so that you'll be able to find that these are the texts that are for your style. You can see, click here, you will see that these are the saved ones. All right, I saved this, right? And when you click, come to this other side, you will find that there are um sorry, you find the ones you have saved. Fine. Now let's move on. Here is pencil icon. So this pencil icon is for you to be able to edit and type whatever you want to type. Now you can type anything here. You can type anything here. Let's say you type the work and you click done. You can click here to um increase the to change the letter to capital letter. So you can actually also tap on it to change it to small letter. Here is a delete icon. You can delete and you can cancel your process if you don't want it. Here is just to mark it that you are done. That is good. So let's use capital letter and click here. We are done there. Now we move. All right. So here is delete. Like I told you, you can delete it. So you can just click here once at a stop at just at an instant clicking on it, it will just delete. Here is a copy. You can just click here to make more duplicates of it, and here is just to take it to front. And this is what I mean by taking it to front. For example, you can see this one is at the front, right? Now you want to take it to front, it's at the front already. Now you want to take it to back. Here is to back. Click it to be at the back. Click here to come to the front. So it's because it is of the same color. That is why you cannot easily look at it and say yes. But when we get to a place where uh I'll be showing you how to use different kind of color, you will know more about it. Now let's go. Here is position. So if you don't want to drag it, you can see you are dragging with your hand to position it, but you want to position it to be very okay and to be very accurate. You can just use this icon to position it. Now that is good. So here is a relative position. You can take this one to, you can see the way it works. Here is that, that is just that about that. And here is paddling. You can paddle it to the right like this, to the left like this, and bring it back. You can also paddle this one like this and bring it back. So that is just about, that is how that one works. And here is the color. Fine. Now to I want to change this color to red. You can see it is red, and I click on it. Now let's go to where I was explaining on um taking to back and to front. Where is the icon? Oh, can't find it. All right. So this is taking to back. You can see it at the back. Now let's bring it forward. It is already forward. So that is just what I want to explain. That's why I came back to that place. All right. So we are at color, right? So that is just that about that. We want to change color. There are different kind of colors that are here. There are many kind of them. You can just be changing them to white, to whatever. There are many colors that I found here. There are many colors. You can see there are many colors that I found here. All right. So and then if you don't look if you are just using a pixel app for the first time, they may not be more than 2 to 3 colors here. So you need to just add in color, creating, that is, click on this plus icon, then it will take you to a color palette. This is called a color palette, where you can pick any color you want. You drag this icon to this place, any this round thing here, you can just take it to any position here, and it will pick the exact color you are looking for. And here is just, you can be adjusting it as you just want. You can adjust it, then this one will take it to a transparent color of that one which you are looking for. But if you don't need that, you can see the way it works. So here now we have this. So if you are a kind of person that understands how color, you can read interpret color very well. There are some people who actually know colors by their numbers. So me, I don't know that. You can use color, know color by their number. You can just click here, and once you just tap the number of a red color, the kind of color you want to mix, you can just be clicking on it. That just, you can see this is red, and the number is 10, and this is green, number is 16, this is blue, 82. So it will be a mixture, everything will be a mixture, and you will get the color, this, you will get this red color. So if you are such an expert in that end. So here is a dropper. When you click on this dropper, it will take you to your canvas. So this is my canvas actually. So in your canvas, if there's any other thing that is here, probably there's a color you have imported from your gallery, and you want to make sure you use that same color in your design or in your text, then you drag this on the color itself. When you drag this on the color itself, then you can pick the color. Here will be showing you that you have dragged it to the color itself. Then you can mark, click the mark icon, then it will be successful. You can see here is the color on the, in our canvas, and it has been marked already. So let's move on. It has been marked already. Now, okay, I think, okay, we are done with that. So here is gradient. Here is gradient. So like I told you earlier on, if you are just using pixel lab for the first time, your gradient might not be one or two that can be there. Just might not be one or two that will be there. Like this one will be your gradient. Yes, this one will be your gradient. This one will also be, it's an automatic one. This one will be there. This one should be there, and some white, other ones that are white should be there too. All right. So if you want to customize your color and you don't want to use, let me say I'm using a kind of gradient. Let me use this. You can see everything is purple. If there is, this is purple, right? Should be purple now. Yes, this is purple, but it's not everything that is equal. There are some parts that are thicker than some parts. You can actually customize it this way to make sure that you can see the way it works. Click on it, you can see. Let's, all right, okay, all right. So that is just that. You can use any kind of color. If it is, maybe you want to make use a mixture of two color, yes, it actually works with a mixture of two colors. Here you can just add it. You click here. Here is just for here. Then once you click here, you come to your dropper. You come to yes, your dropper. Click here to take it to your canvas, where you can pick any color. Probably you want to make use of this color like I said earlier on, and one other color too. Maybe you imported a color palette from your gallery and you want to make use of that two colors in combination to your design. You can do that like this. Now that is just that. When you click on it, you can see the color is picked already. So here again, when you click on this place, to take you to your color palette. But if the color is not here and you want to go into your background to bring it or to to just bring it in, you can do that. But if you want to pick in the color, maybe the color is actually here, but you might not know how to pick it. You might not know how to pick it. So that is why I said you can go to your canvas to do that. Let's say we are using this color. Let me go back. All right, look on it. Fine. You can see the way it works. So it's a combination of two color, and it actually makes designs look beautiful. Make designs looks more beautiful. So here is, maybe you just want some parts to be part of the color. Let's say, where's the color we just bring in? This is the color, right? Color is here. Let's click on it. So you can see the first part of it has no color. Has no color. Yes, it has no color. Let's say we are doing with this WRK, and let's click on it. You can see all this, the first part of it. Let's say it's thing is not visible, is because of the color we're using. because of the color you are using. All right. So you cannot edit your gradient like that. Gradient should be for everything. White color should be for maybe. All right. You can see. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Gradient should be for everything. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. So here is, I think we have talked about color. So here is texture. Texture is actually beautiful once whenever you are designing professional designs. So any kind of professional designs, we do make use of textures. It looks beautiful and you'll be imagining that how can this person import or bring make a text looks like this? The text will just be as if maybe it is just steel or an aluminum text, but this is just as simple as it is. Click on this gallery icon to take it to your gallery. Then here are just images in your gallery. Assuming you want to, let me just show you. let's say i'm using let's say I'm using, all right, let's say I'm using this let's say I'm using this. Click on it. You can see the way it looks like. It no longer seems as if it's a colored text. It's as if a kind of text which you carve out from a steel or a metal, but it looks beautiful. Is that not? So you can delete it. Actually delete it. See, there's a delete icon there. So maintain the ratio. You can maintain this ratio, and if you just want everything to cover up just as you bring it from your gallery, you can click here. Everything will be as you bring it from your gallery. You can see. So you can just, that is how it is. You can scale it. When you scale it, this is just the same the way the scaling look like. So everything will be small, 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 small. So what you bring in from your gallery will be in a box. As you just reduce it, you can see it is small, small, small in a circle. It's just that what this thing I bring in is not if assuming it is something that is just like an image, then you'll be seeing it circle, 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 small, small, as it is like that. So that is just that. That is that about that. So we have our time is going on. So we have opacity. Next is opacity. You can reduce the opacity like this. You can see, and increase the opacity. So you can see at the back of this text, you know what happened? This text is no longer there, but the text actually the one you are seeing, this is no longer, is no longer visible. Though it's there, but it's no longer visible. Why? Because we have reduced the opacity such that it is transparent. But what makes it like this at the back is because it is the shadow. So it's a text that has a shadow, and this shadow is the one that is now reflecting. So if you get to a shadow, you want to remove the shadow, go to shadow and remove the shadow. You will see that everything will just plumb just like that. So you can see. Hope you get it. Hope you're getting it. Thank you. That's just that about opacity. That's just that about opacity. Yes, rotation. You want to rotate it to any angle. Here is just the rotation. So you can just rotate your design. And here is the mask. Wow, I so much love this. So you want to mask, maybe you just want to cut out some edge and you want to make it magically. People will be wondering, how can you do this? Enable it, you see. You can see it is out, right? Now let's say I'm doing like this. All right. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay. So what is okay? So this is just what Max is all about. It's more than this actually, but I will let you know more about mask when we get to how to implement it as designs goes on. All right, so just stay tuned to the end of the video. So you enable this. Let's say you click on this mark, you can see it is like this. People will be wondering, how are you able to cut this out of your, you get, people will be wondering, how are you able to cut this? You just make use of a tool to do that. You make use of a tool to do that. So here is a mask. You can just do that. And if you don't want that, if you just, if you want to remove from here, is the inside, the inside, which is the one that is showing white, you are removing that. But if you don't want to remove that, you want to remove the outside, click it. You can see everything at the back side is removed. It's as simple as that. So now here is a layout, let me say layout of how many numbers of marks that are you are using. So here is just to take you to the numbers. Here now we're using one, so we cannot, if assuming it is two, now I click on this to take it to the one side. So you want to make a duplicate, let's assume we are making a duplicate. Click here, this is a duplicate icon, and you can see now it will work. Just click here to take you to one, click here to take you to the second one. So it just depends on how many numbers of marks you want to bring into, or how many kind of how many numbers of how many places you want to marks in your shape or in your text. So here is a bezier mode. Good. Here is a bezier mode. That this bezier mode is this thing you are seeing in line, that is actually the one masking for you, is the bezier mode. It's what is called bezier. So it's what is called bezier. It's a bezier tool. So here is just to move it. You want to move it, move this bezier tool to anywhere, you can be moving it. So it's a bezier tool that you are using to mask. Hope you are getting it now. This tool is what is called bezier tool. So it's a bezier tool you are using to mask. You can position it anywhere. So this icon is used to move it. So this is a bezier mode that you can use to cut anything you want to cut in or cut out from your design or from your text. So these are the actions you can apply to make it plumb very okay. So this action is applied into your bezier into your masking whenever maybe you want to delete what you want to delete something. Let's assume you are deleting. Now click on it, you can see it is deleting. Click on it again, it will be deleting until everything will finish. Yes, which is the first, it will be deleting until to get to the very last one, until you get to the very last one. So here is to join the ends together. You want to join the ends, everything has joined, but you will see, click here again, it will be deleting until you get to the very last of this and this, the very last two that will no longer delete again. So click here again, you can see, hope you are getting it now. So here is a scaling option that you can scale it to different size. It's just like you are increasing the size. So you click here, you just drag it like this, it will be increased, it will be increased. So there is a minus icon that is here. It's just the way I place my phone, that is why it is hidden. So you can actually increase it with plus icon and just bring it like this, bring it like this. So it's just the way you want it, the way you want it. So if it is outside or if it is inside, is a choice. It's a choice, man. So I think we are done with that. Okay, we are talking about here. The main here, right? Here is rotation angle that you can rotate it to different kind. Just be rotating it. It is just your choice. So we are done with that. We are done with that. Now, where are we? We have done with mask. Now fonts. So when you click on fonts, font is actually what makes designs so beautiful. Yes, it actually what makes designs very beautiful. There are many kinds of fonts. When you click on your fonts, you see there are many of them. So if you want your text to look, probably you just look at it, say you want this kind of font to apply it to your text, make sure that it's go in line with what you are designing or whatever. So there are different kind of font, one of your choice that you want to make more of your design beautiful. So you can see these are just the fonts. These are the fonts Yes. Now, it is not just that uh, these fonts are limited to this. There are thousands and millions of fonts, but if you can install them into your application, there are thousands and what millions of fonts. So these are just the basic fonts found in pixellab originally when you open your pixellab for the first time and you have been using it, you have not installed a font. So these are the fonts. Now, in your own font, you click in my font, you can see these are my own fonts. These are fonts that I've been using to make professional designs and actually make designs plumb and very beautiful. So here is recent. So in this recent, it actually implies that these are fonts you have made use of in recently. So recently, here are the fonts, basic fonts that originally found in Pixel Lab that I have made use of to design. So right here, which are my fonts, are the ones I store and I have made use of to design. So that is just that about that. So here are my fonts and options and how can you add a font into your pixel lab. So these are the place and areas you can click. These two icons are how you can add font into your pixel lab or how you can install font into your pixel lab. So when we get into that angle, I will let you know how to do that. Maybe in one of my videos, I will teach you how to install fonts. So that is not what we are talking about. We are talking about how to understand Pixel Lab very well. So you click on that. Now, here is the style. Bold icon, you can bold it. Here is the italicized form of it. You can underline it, and then here is to cancel the process. So here is the bold icon, here is the italicized icon, here is to underline it, and then you can cancel or process. Now, if you want to just bold some part of it, just come to this place, just make sure that, yes, make sure that you do not select some areas. Select the areas you want to bold. Just bold some areas. See, the D area of it is being bold. You want to italize just that area, you can italize it. And it's just that the text is already italicized originally. That is why it is not italicizing. The text is italicized. Let's make use of this. Let's make use of this. Assuming we are bolding, that is just white, cannot bold. Okay, there are some tests that cannot be bold based on the tests are how the tests are. So there are some tests that this one now is already bold already, so it cannot be bold again. And why this one is already italicized already and it cannot be italicized again. But this is not italicized. Let's italize that D. You can see it is italicized. If you want to italize everything, you can actually italize it. You can underline it. You can see you can this is it. You can cancel everything, underline and cancel. It's just as simple as that. So now let's move on. I think I need to delete this so that you will not get confused. We are not talking about this. We are not talking about this. No. Okay, let's delete it from here. I've taught you about this, so you don't get confused. Fine. So this is what we are talking about, right? This is the test area. This is what we have been talking about all through. So what next? What next? So I've talked about this style and it remain curve. Fine. So you will see that there are some, mostly it is used for some simple kind of logo. Is it church logos, is it school logos? So you can use them to just curve some kind of, it could be maybe the name of the school. You can say God Reformers Nursery and Primary School, or you can say you can just make sure any kind of church, any kind of church name, just be put. You can see it is curve, it is bending, so you can see the way it is now. You can see the way it is now. So it's just how it works. Just how it works. Does it look beautiful? Yes, it's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. So here is the background. You can add a background to it. There are different kind of colors you can pick in from here. And if the color is not here, you can see here is a white background color, here is a black, here is another white, here is red. And if the color is not here, you can just come down to this place and pick it from your color palette. And if it's not in your color palette, you can go to your background, click on this dropper, take it to your this thing, and here is the background. Here is the canvas where other things are being there. The color you bring in from your could be any color at all. Could be any color at all. So here, let me just say you are using this as a background. So if you don't want that as the background, you can just grade it. Bring in a gradient. There are many gradients. Let's say you are using this as a gradient. You can see it looks beautiful, right? The gradient actually makes it beautiful. Wow, just like a combination of two colors. Combination of red and yellow. Wow, 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 wow. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. So and if it's not here, you can always add it. You can just click that and customize any kind of gradients you want and the color you want. Just add from here, add from here. Okay, you can just click here. It will show you here. It will show you. You can see to show you. You just take it to position on how you can position your uh, on how you can position your tool to make sure you pick colors as you want to pick colors. So here is to add. You can see you can be adding many kinds of gradient colors. Wow, assuming we are making use of four colors or yes, four colors to for in our uh in our shape, or yes, or in our test. Yes, we want to make use of four colors in our test. You can see this is one, two, three, four. Now you click here and click here. Yes, let's say we click on this. Click on it. You click here and click here. Let's say we click on. Let's make use of this. Fine. You click here again and pick it. Just be picking the colors gradually. Let's click on this. Fine. You click here and pick it. Just pick this. Fine. This is another color again. You click and pick. Let's say you are picking this. Wow, so beautiful. So just be dragging it, adjusting it the way you want it. Just be adjusting it the way you want it. You can see and click on it like this. You can see there are many colors in it. People will wondering how are you able to, is it that you put multiple shape, merge everything together? It is not like that. It's just a system. Many graphic designers just that don't really know how to. So it is this is just how you can just do it. You see some designs and be wondering, this is so perfect and beautiful. All right, so we have, you can add as many colors as you want. So I think we are done in that gradients. Should be done there. Should be done there. Should be done. So you click here to add how many numbers of colors you want to. You click here to minus. Yes. Then you click here to take it to. You can see. Watch. Just be looking at this. Looking at this. You can see. This is what I click. Click on it again. You can see. Yes. So just click on this. You can see. Just be changing it for you to be changing and flipping it from one, let's say, to the left and to the right. Yes, that's just what that is all about. That's just that what, see it's just a position on how you want to. So that is just that about that. That is that about that. So um we have what now. This is the okay, we are in the background. Okay, text background, we are still in the text background. So in the text background we have left pattern. Probably was this is the left hand side. This should be the left hand side, right? You want to increase it. Okay, yes, this is left hand side. So I'm increasing it. It is adding. I can just bring it like this and put it to make it beautiful. And just maybe it is too much, you can just adjust it like this. Yes, and maybe the top is also too much. The top outside, you can be clicking like this and it should be going forward, but you can reduce it. You can see, you can reduce it like this. Maybe the bottom side as well is also like that. That's just how it works. And you can, maybe you don't want a four square shape, just make it radius, make it round, make it round. You can see, you can see the way it looks like. Let's say, sorry, let's say I'm doing it like this. All right, let's You can see the way it looks like now. Okay, so yeah, I think it's very clear like this. Very clear, very clear. Okay, so we are dealing with the text, right? We are dealing with the text, and we are at the text background, adding a background to your text. So here is alignment. Here is alignment. So how are you able to align your text? Texts are aligned in a different manner. Normally, when you start typing, or inputting text into your computer, let's say even into your phone, text will be originally aligned. And how will they be aligned? They will be aligned like this. So you can change that alignment to whatever alignment you want. So but there are basically three types of alignment. Here is this alignment to the left, here is this alignment to the middle, center, and here is this alignment to the right hand side. Okay, so let's say we are typing something. Let's type something. Edit it. Okay, all right. Let's say the work I did yesterday was stressful. Was stressful. Okay, and you should just click on this capital letter here to increase it, to just change the capital size. And okay, the work I did yesterday is successful. I think it's too much. Is that not? It's too much. So just make it like this. Just like this. Click. Just drag this. All right. You can just keep adjusting it. Okay. Now, okay. Now the work I did yesterday was successful. Was stressful, right? Okay. Let's put it in 3 lines. Let's let it be in 3 lines. This is where I drag to make sure it is in 3 lines. So you want to increase and decrease the font, the size. You can just drag the side. Okay, and you want to increase. You just want to change it to different kind of lines. You can just make it like this. Let's make it of 3 lines and let's align it. Let's try this alignment. Now the first alignment, click on it. You see it is aligned at the left hand side. The second alignment, it is aligned at the center. The third alignment, it is going to be aligned at the right hand side. You are getting it now. So it's just as simple as that. So you want to justify your alignment. Justification actually, let me just click it before I explain. You see, the way justification looks like. Justifying is just like you are trying to make sure that you meet up a edge. Okay, you meet up a edge. Okay, let's say, all right. Let's say everything you type or all your text, you just want to make sure, just want to make sure uh yes, you just want to make sure they maintain a order of equal line, size, words or proportion. Justification will do that for you, but I don't fancy that. Most times I can just justify just by editing the text and be justifying just like that. So there is just that. I think we don't need that justification. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Okay. So here is the spacing. You can be spacing it, and the letters will be. You can see this is just how it works. Be spacing it. Can be spacing it. So it depends on. So you want to space it in letters. You want to space it word by word, just word by word. This is just for words, and can be adding, can be reducing like this. That is just about that. And here is what is it called, line spacing. So you can increase the line spacing, you can reduce it. That is just for that, for line spacing. Here is stroke. You want to add a stroke. So what is stroke? It's like an additional body in your shape, or additional body in your text. You are adding an additional extra body. So it now depends on the color of an extra body you want to bring in into your text. Actually, if let's say we are using a blue, you can see it is added to our text. You can increase it, you can reduce it, you can increase it like this. Let's make use of white. I think let's say let's use white. Wow, so white actually plumb with this. So there are the colors that will merge with colors, some will not match. Okay, so here here is white. So here now is the gradient. So you can just make use of any kind of gradient color you want. If it's not there, you customize it. So that is that. And we have okay, we talked about stroke. Here is shadow. Here is shadow. Yes, you want to bring in shadow. So if enable the shadow, right, and let's say we are using black. So here is the colors of the shadow. Just make use of black. You have click on black, use opacity, and yes, we have increased the opacity. They say so blur radius. The way you increase your blur radius is the way your shadow will be visible. Let's say we increase our blur radius like this to 50. Our shadow is so visible, is so visible. Our sorry, our what's it called? Yes, our shadow is blur, but it's visible. So, but then what am I saying? The way you reduce your blur shadow, as you reduce it, it seems invisible, right? But the shadow is just equivalent to this, just as thick as this. But when you increase the blur radius, the shadow will be blur. When you see it, it seems as if this looks like a shadow. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is offset. I will go back. I will still come back to this. This is offset. You can see. You want the shadow to. Yes, 50. Let's make use of 40. For not 20. Let's make use of this. You can see here is the shadow. Here is our shadow. The shadow of our text. Here is it. It can be just be positioned it no matter to just a kind of. You can see it is because the blur radius is 25, but when the blur radius is 50, you see it's not showing that it is text again. Just reduce it entirely. You can see the blur radius now. Hope you see the way it works. Can you see the way it works? Wow, it looks beautiful. Okay, so now here is the outglow. The outglow, when you enable it, you just see it as if it is no effective. So but it is effective to professionals. Professionals will see it and says, this shadow just need an outglow. I can just add it. When you look, observe very carefully, you will see the way it is. Just observe it very carefully. Professionals will tell you. So it actually depends on the kind of text you are dealing with. Is it, if it is a 3D shape, you add in a shadow like that, you will see it. It can be a shape either. So that is just that. I think we are done with the shadow, right? We should be done with the shadow. We are done with it. We are done with that. We are done with that. So here is inner shadow. The first one is the outer shadow. Here is the inner shadow. So you can just, let's say we are using same white. Here is the white, right? No, we are using white, and we are increasing the blur radius to let's say we are reducing the blur radius. You can increase it and take it like this. Or you can just make use of black. You can make use of black. Take the offsets, use it. But it is inside, not outside. It is inside. The text is inside. The shadow is inside, rather, it's not outside. The first one, the shadow is outside. That's why it is movable outside the text, left, right, top, down. Okay, so this one is movable inside the text. It can be movable to the top, to the left, to the side, and so on, just like that, with these options that are here. All right, so here is embossment. Perfect. Click on that, you will see that your text will now look okay. Let me show you. Enable it. Now when you enable it, you see the way it looks like. Can you see? Can you see? Is it beautiful? Yes, it looks beautiful. When you click on this, the embossment will, here is the angle light, just the way you want, wherever you want the light to just show, depends on you. Here is the intensity, how you want the embossment to show. You can reduce it. You can see the embossment has just go as if it is faded. You can see here's the ambient light. You can increase the lights and make it darken. You can increase the light. Don't forget, don't misunderstand this. Here is where you want the light to be. Here is how you want it to show the embossment. Here is how you want the light to shine. Then here is how you want it to be very hard. You can just, when you reduce this like this, the hardness will just go. When you just increase it, you can see it is hard. Can you see now? It is hard, very hard. Now here is the bevel, just to make it flat. You can see, just it depends on whatever you are designing. Very perfect for logo and fit for logo, honestly speaking. Okay, so you can increase stroke, enable a stroke. So there is a stroke in this body now, but you need to observe it very carefully to know that. Right? Okay. All right. So that is just about that. That is about that. So what have we done? Not done now. What have we not done here? I think we are done here. 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 All right. Click on that. So here is the perspective. This perspective equivalent. You can use it for shape. Your shape can be. You can see. Maybe you just want. Just let's see. This is how the perspective works. Enable it. This new perspective works. You can just do it like this. Oh, sorry. You can just do it like this, like this. Enable it. You can see the way perspective works. That is just the way perspective works. Enable it. Wow. When you use it, I make use of this for most of my designs, and it's so beautiful and nice. So it depends on your choice of how you want it to be arranged and how you want your text to look like. So beautiful. Okay, click here to cancel it. All right. So here is 3D rotation. You can rotate it to, this is the x-axis. The x-axis, if you want to make it negative, just rotate it. You can see the way negative rotate it on. You can see the way positive will take it now. You can see the way positive will take it. All right. So that is that. So here is the y-axis. The y-axis will rotate it like this. So here is, I've not enabled the 3D text, so I'm just still enabling, or I'm just trying the still showing you the 3D rotation. Alright, so let me show you the 3D rotation. This is also fine here too. You can still be find it. Just enable it. This is a 3D text. It is enabled. So you can see the way it looks like. Now, here is a perspective. So that is why it is like that. The perspective form of it is just like this. Here is the oblique form of it. Okay, you can reduce the depth gradually like this, and the depth is reduced. Okay, just reduce the depth. You can see it is reduced. Reducing it, it is reduced, right? So it's depend on your choice. Depend on your choice as you design. Very perfect for professional designs, many professional designs. So we have what is it called? Here is the color. Maybe you want to make sure your 3D shadow a 3D shadow, or what is it called, your 3D effect, you want to change the color. This is just an auto color here. The one that is showing is just an auto color. So, and it is just default. When you just go there, you can just, but you want to customize a color, put in a color, just say you don't like that black that is just showing there, because look at that, it's just like it is black, right? Okay, it is not black. It is not black. So let's change the color. Let's change the color. We're using this. You can see it is white. We're using this now. Okay. All right. So here is just changing the color. Let's say we are using. Let's say we are in perspective. We're in perspective. You can change. Always change the color. You can always change the color. It's not changing. All right. The color is changing. It's changing. Just when you rotate it, you will find out that the color is changing. You can increase the darkening like this. It is darkening. Hmm? So you can increase the darkening. Just this is this is something. It's just the background of the text that makes it seems as if this color has not changed. So the background of the text, say you are changing this background. If for example we change this background to white now, you see it. You see it, or let's say black. You see that when you click on white, it will be visible to be observant. You will see it and know that this one is white. So here is an automatic of it. Here is an automatic of it. Here is just a gradient color. You want to pick it the color. Let's say you are making use of this. Yes, you are making use of that. You can enable the stroke, can disable the stroke, just enable and disable the stroke. That is just about the 3D. And 3D actually make use of in professional designs like logos. Yes, in some companies they make use of 3Ds a lot. 3Ds are actually so captive. You can just see it and you capture it and you're like, wow, this, you can't see something like this and neglect it. So beautiful. Yes, they look so beautiful, and professionals make use of that to speak something. I entered a bank a day like that. I think that's the story. So let's go straight to the business and finish what we are doing first. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. So here is the darken. So here is the stroke. Enable stroke. We are disabling that. We can enable it, just choice. Then here is the rotation. You can be rotating it like this and change the rotation. Here is the 3D. Can you see that? So here is the Y rotation. Here is the, you can see the same rotation we talked about earlier on. Have you seen this? So this is how they do it, to show you in the computer. When you even watch movies, you'll be seeing something rotating like this. How are they able to do this? This is how it is being done. This is how we do it. Okay, so just look at it. And this is the Z rotation. Can be rotating it like this. So what makes it seems as if it is moving. At times it will be seen, you can see it as if it is moving in screen. Probably you're watching movie, you can see everything will just be coming together. It is an animation. You just do it, add an animation, and it will be working. You are not dealing with that, we are just designing. So that is for video editors. Now we have um light, stimulating light. You can just enable that, disable and enable it. So you can disable and enable it. You can see enable, you can enable it like this and disable it. When you enable it, you see the way it looks like. Maybe you want to change it. Let's say you want to change that 3D, this thing, that thing that makes it 3D, that side, that addition that makes it 3D. That's what we were doing earlier on that does not show. Is it not? So let's say we want to do that in this particular aspect, particular place. Now here you just want the light angle, where you want the light angle to show. Maybe you want it to be like this, you want that side to be darkened. So here is the intensity. So can you see now? let's say we go and change the color. You can just go and change the color. You can change the color to, let's say we're using white. Okay, so we're using white or any of it color like this. You can just use it. All right. So let's say we are using white, and it depends on. All right. So if you are talking about automatic, to give you auto, just the same thing. So when you click here, it take you to a white color, a white or a black color, or any kind of color you want. Okay, any kind of color you want. So here is what is it called? Where are we? Where are we? So you can rotate it. So we've talked about this earlier on. Talked about this. Talked about it. I think we are done with the 3D. We're done with that. So here is a 3D shadow. Here is a 3D shadow. Enable it. It has added a shadow. It has added a shadow. And the shadow, it depends on the way you enlighten the opacity. Okay. Let's say we are leaving it as this. We are increasing the broad radius or reducing it. Make sure it is showing. Can reduce the broad and then to expand it, or just make it like this. Can expand it. Okay. So let's say we are trying to, sorry, let's say we want to make sure it is uh let's let's put it at 0. Let's put it at 0, everything at 0. Let's make everything 0. Okay, let's make everything 0. All right. So can you see the 3D shadow now? It is, can you see the 3D shadow? So this is the 3D shadow. This is the 3D shadow. This is the 3D shadow. It is added. Beautiful. Yes, the beautiful. So we have reflection. How you want it to be reflected, just like what you saw earlier on that I deleted. So this is, here is it. You enable that. Can you see? Can you see this? No, we are not talking about this. Get out. Get out. This is what we are talking about. So this is the reflection. You can see what is here is what is here. You can see it is reflected. So it's just a matter of strategy. This is just how it is being done. So reflection, you can just increase it like this, make the vertical offset. So this is just that. So um we have 3D shadow. I think we have talked about this. So we are done, we are entirely done with how to customize, options on how to customize your test, right? So now in the next video I will show you how you can customize your object, or your, let me say, yes, shapes. You bring in shapes. So we have many things we want to talk about here. Now we have not talked about it, but we have talked about, we have actually deal with something crucial and big. Yes. So just follow up to the next video and you will get to know what really matters, or what remains for you to understand these features better. So stay tuned and click the like button if you are enjoying this video. Thank you and remain blessed.